Hi, welcome back to the Distressed Princess. I'm Rhonda, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how I like to style my open shelving in my kitchen. So let's just get right into the video. So these shelves came from Menards, and they're sturdy. I love them. I love the look, and you can pick out the color of the planks that you wanted to use. And I will leave a link in my description box below. If you don't have a Menards where you live, they also have a similar product at the Home Depot, which I will link. It's almost identical. I'm just not sure if you get to choose the color of your planks. I like to style my shelves so that they are functional and pretty. So I have a mixture of things I use and a mixture of things that are just there for pretty. Just for pretty and kind of functional too is the basket. It's a black wire basket that came from Kirkland's, and I'm going to use it to store my leftover or unused, right now, placemats that came from burlapfabric.com. I will leave a link in my description box below for these placemats. They come in a 12 pack for $12.99, and they are so nice and they're large. So, and imagine you can make all kinds of things out of the ones you're not actually using for placemats. I also have a $5 coupon code for $5 off your order of $5 or more. So you could get something for $5 for free. The next thing going in the basket is this tea towel that I got at Target. I love the print on it, and I know it's kind of wintry, but I just love it so much. I have to keep it out pretty much year round. So tip number 1 for styling your open shelving in your kitchen is texture. You want to make things interesting, and so use different materials. So I'm going to have a lot of dishes sitting up here, but I'm also going to add in things that, like this wire basket and these linens that have different kind of texture. Then I'm going to start adding in some of my dishes, and all of my dishes are going to pretty much be white. And they might have different kinds of designs and things on them, but the base color will be white. This is a mixing bowl that I actually do use, and so that's keeping with making this functional. And this is a vintage chopper that I don't use. It's going to sit up there just because I love it. It's antique and it's pretty, but it's also switching up some texture because it is glass. And the next glass piece that I'm going to use is this cheap, it's a sugar or creamer shaker, and I'm not for certain which dollar store it came from, but it did come from one of the dollar stores, Dollar General or Dollar Tree, something like that. Tip number 2 for my shelves and how I like to do things is symmetry. If I can keep things sort of balanced, that doesn't mean in every situation it's identical on each side, but keeping things balanced makes me happy. The next addition to the shelf is the first ceramic or porcelain type piece, and this is a dish that reminds me of a diner dish, doesn't it, with that black edge? Now, I don't actually use this dish. It's there just because I love it and because it's pretty and for texture. The next thing after that are these mixing bowls that I believe used to come on the old Hamilton Beach stand mixers, and I don't actually use these either. I could, but I couldn't get them cleaned up just as nice as I would want them to be if I were actually going to use them. And now for another piece of texture, this wooden, I don't know what it is. Leave in the comments if you do, but I kind of like the handle of it sticking out of my white mixer bowls. Next, I'm going to add in some of my collection of milk jars. And I have quite a few of these, and there will be another set of them on the other side, as you'll see in a minute. And these juice glasses that I got from a yard sale, and I'm going to put them up there in a set of 3. And so I like to make small groupings as you can see, with the 3 milk jars and the 3 juice glasses. And this is just a cheap serving bowl. It's Mainstays from Walmart. And so this is showing you that not everything has to be antique, not everything has to be vintage. You can mix everything together and save yourself a lot of money. Of course, the antiques and things that I buy are from thrift stores, and I never spend a lot of money on them in the first place. But I'm just showing you that you can go to Walmart and mix your pieces. You just got to keep your color scheme the same. Next up is another serving bowl. This one came from a thrift store. I loved the little bluebirds on it. And so I'm just going to start stacking them up. And I do use these. They are some of my favorite things on the shelf. This one is my very favorite of all. I don't know who this dish designer was, but I sure love his patterns. And so that's going up. I actually serve food out of these dishes. It makes me so happy to do so, especially this one. This is just like the bowl that my grandma used when she made gravy every morning. She made the best gravy, and she always served it out of that bubbly bowl. And these are the matching smaller little berry dishes or small bowls that matches the large serving bowl. I use all of these, and I also have the small little berry bowls that matches the milk glass bubble bowl. So if I had to throw in another tip here, I would say put stuff up there that makes you happy. Actually use things that make you happy, that brings a warmness to your heart, because that's the joy of life, people. Now I'm going to put another grouping of the juice glasses up on the other side of the basket to match the grouping of juice glasses on the left side of the basket for that symmetry. And then I'm going to do another grouping of 3 of my milk jars, the same as the other side. Adding to the white pieces on the shelves are these Dollar Tree mugs that I actually DIY'd. I wrote on them one side, but I don't like the writing to be showing year round, so when I don't want the writing showing, I just turn them around to face the wall. No one even sees them, and they add more pieces of white to my shelves. The next thing going up on the shelf is adding in some more black. And these are napkin rings. I know they don't look like rings, but they hold napkins, and they are from Kirkland's, and they are so unique and different, I thought, when I bought them. And you know I love pairs and symmetry, so I have 2, one on each side, propped up on my milk jars. So because they're metal and because they're black, they tie in the black basket on the top shelf. Now I'm adding in some more just cheap white dishes. You could get some from the Dollar Tree. They would work just fine. I'm just going to put some plates up here. I don't actually use these plates because I have a whole set of Pioneer Woman plates that I use, but I do like how they stack nicely and look great on the shelf. On top of that, I'm putting my wire food tent that I DIY'd out of Dollar Tree items and a wooden bead that I had, and I'll leave a link up above if you want to know how I made that, but it adds great texture. For added interest, I'm putting this jar with some wording on the top shelf. I have actually used this jar before and put cookies and different things in it. And these are a small set of bowls that I use for dipping. And so there we have some things that I actually do use sitting up here on my shelf. And here it is, everything all together. I love my open shelving. It's functional, it's pretty, it is so very farmhouse. And yeah, I just love it. I hope that these tips have helped you figure out how to style your open shelving. Just remember to treat this as something in your house that you will use basically every day. I think that's what makes me so happy with my open shelving, is that I'm actually getting use out of it. It's not just sitting up there for decoration. I love the things that are on there. I get use out of them, and they're also so pretty. So thank you for watching this one, everyone. I hope you got some great ideas. I will leave links in my description box below for the shelves and the burlap fabric placemats and the discount coupon. Don't forget, $5 off, and I will see you next time. Bye.